What is going on, cousins? I'm back again with another episode of AJ Red Show. Listen, I know it seems like it's been a long time since I've been on here, but it really hasn't. The last video I fucking posted, that motherfucker took 4 days to post. Because as you all know, we've been hit with a hurricane, big back burrow done been around here and tore up a whole bunch of shit over here in Texas. You know, and left us without lights. Left us without cellular service, mostly for those that I heard of were AT&T customers. And listen, wait, before I get into any of that shit, if this is your first video, go ahead now and hit the fucking subscribe button so that when I upload these videos or go live, you can be one of the first ones to view it, comment, and do the thumbs up, and make sure to share these videos with your friends, your family, your other cousins, your next door neighbors, your co-workers, if y'all fuck with each other like that, and that's across the board. But I need you to get better with your family if nobody else, and your co-workers if your ass want to keep a job. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I've been working my black job. I done got back to going to my black job, as Trump said. But anyway, yeah, do all that stuff I just mentioned. Now, what I was finna tell y'all. Oh, yeah. Hurricane Big Back Burrow came through Texas and tore all our shit up. Cause look, one of the things I can tell you is living over here in Texas, being from Louisiana, if any of you all are from Louisiana, you know, or from in that area, like most of those southern areas, those states that experience hurricanes on the regular. I grew up with the shit, you know what I'm saying? So we had hurricanes, damn near looked like every other 5 years or so. And when they came through, they were kind of like 4s, 5s, sometimes every now and again. Katrina was one of the worst. I think Hurricane Andre, and there's some other ones back then. My mom used to talk about Ruth or Annie or Big Bertha or some shit, one of those. But we never really had a lot of storms as I was growing up living in Louisiana that knocked out the lights for weeks at a time, days at a time. Bitches were running around hungry, stealing and shit. You know, maybe Katrina, but growing up, it didn't happen that way. You barely lost power most of the time. If it was like a 3, you know, with high winds, or maybe a 4, or God forbid, a 5, that's kind of passing over, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe in those ranges. Here in Texas, you know, we had a motherfucking category 1 that started off as a 5. And thankfully, it made it to a 1. You know, Texas ain't built for that shit. The infrastructure is not built for it. The coastal areas like Galveston County and some of those others that are out there like near the Gulf and shit like that, they I don't know why, but they aren't built for that shit. They honestly, I guess, don't believe water can fuck some shit up along with some wind. But like I said, in Louisiana, you know, we didn't really have that problem, and we knew how to manage. We mostly had gas stoves, so, you know, sometimes we would cook depending on if we had a generator or something like that to keep the fan or some shit blowing, or take a cold bath or something like that. But, you know, we knew how to make it, and we didn't really suffer that long, other than, you know, there being a few that came through that kind of fucked up the land. But Texas, oh, listen, they motherfucking telephone poles, because I was without lights for like 4 or 5 motherfucking days. I can't tell y'all how many times I woke up in the middle of the night, like 4:30, you know what I'm saying? Looking like that motherfucking James Brown meme on the mic when he be sweating and shit with his hair, his perm coming out. Y'all seen that motherfucking meme, that video before? You know what I'm saying? And had to get the fuck up and go outside and sleep in the car. And there was so many people outside, you know, that lived here sleeping in their car. I was like, shit, I feel comfortable right now being out here, but if some shit pop off, trust me, I'm ready. But it just came through and just tore up the land at a category 1 here in Texas. And the responses I've gotten from people like at work, the neighbors, like one of my neighbors, I had to just talk to her. She was about to have a fucking panic attack. Because mind you, I just told y'all, I had just gotten lights back like 3 days before the storm hit. I got lights back like July 3rd. And then, that was a Wednesday, I think, yeah. And by that Monday, shit, it was lights out again. Not only that, I've been hit with a $200 termination fee from the light company after they sent me an email saying I changed the lights. I don't know who the fuck they talked to, but it wasn't me. So now I got to sit around here and call them up and see what, what holy tarnation, if the fuck is going on, because they're really starting to chap my hide with a lot of shit going on. But the storm came through and tore this bitch up. So Texas is not meant for that. Texas is not built for that. Their electricity source, it can't take it. Big as Texas is, this power grid, all this shit, it's bad enough we have rolling blackouts and all this other shit that happens on the regular, But to experience 75 mile an hour winds or 80 mile an hour winds, shit, if you smart, you went got you some gasoline, got you a couple of perishables that you can sit your motherfucking ass around and munch on. That means if you smoking your weed, drinking your drink, got you some coal. I was stacked up on coal just because. I don't even know why the fuck I was buying coal. I had the barbecue grill lit up outside. The neighbors were coming by asking, like, listen, I don't have a barbecue grill, although we have them in the foyer, but I'm not that kind of guy to use those outside, so I just have my own, right? They were coming by and putting shit on the grill and cooking it all up. I had just that much fucking coal, and the coal I cooked with that particular day around 11 o'clock, that shit lasted around about 11:30 that night. Everybody came by and put this shit on there. I ain't saying shit, but they food on there. But it was a mess. I think I've heard of maybe 2 people losing their lives. I haven't really checked that recently because, again, I'm just getting power. That's why I'm over here looking like, a fucking honeycomb mascot about to hit. Everywhere don't even have power still as of yet. Some people are still waiting until Monday of next week, possibly looking at, and that's if there's no rain, which there has been. I'm talking about the kind of rain during the time of Noah building the motherfucking ark. That's the kind of rain I'm talking about. And it comes and goes. And in Houston, oh my God, the flat land, it floods like a motherfucker. It floods and the water builds up so fast. It's just so ridiculous. Like I said back home, even with the rain being where I'm from in Louisiana, it's like it had to rain a lot of motherfucking bunch for a long motherfucking bunch of time for it to be really, flooded like that. I mean, there were some areas that were prone to flooding anyways, but it would pretty much recede pretty quickly. Here, shit, you can't go to work. And trust me, your boss is still calling and texting down phone to see where the fuck is down at. But she ain't go to work. It's a dice roll whether or not a market is near you open if you haven't already gotten prepared. And let's not forget they got other motherfuckers on its way, that's predicted to pass through Texas. And listen, I was already packing all my shit, getting ready to move, and move some of the other studio equipment and all that stuff into its proper place. But you mean to tell me we supposed to have another blackout in this bitch or another storm come through here? Listen, I'm thinking about getting my motherfucking wig, my pocketbook, my keys, and my heels. And I'm thinking about scram-diddly-yammer from around this motherfucking Texas because too much goes on. The power grid is a fucking mess. Texas is on an independent power grid. For those of you who didn't know, it's a mess. So that in itself, the flooding is like, if you're going to move over in this motherfucker to Texas, have the money to buy yourself a boat or a car that got some floatable tires on it. Or at least have the money to get the fuck out of Dodge and have a job that will allow you to be remote or something. I don't know what to tell you, but moving to Texas, I can't tell you is the best thing. And Hot Wheels had the nerve to run his ass off to what it was, ARG paying one of them places and go over there and hide and then talk shit about Biden. Yeah, Biden might be sleepy, but when he woke, bitch, he do the right thing as far as I'm concerned. It may not be the best of it, But I am quite sure if you all will agree with me now, I don't tell y'all my political views, but I'm telling y'all right now, I am not a man that is going to vote for no motherfucking Donald Trump. Donald Trump to me is a joke. Now, he might be a good businessman. That is true. And it seems like it would take a businessman to run this country. But the bottom line is, this country is not, since a long time ago, no fucking dictatorship. It's been a democracy. And so people should be able to vote for what the fuck they want to, because if y'all haven't read what is Project 2025 and Project some other shit he got, 49 or 42, I'm a little tipsy. Listen, I was supposed to give that information in an impromptu video, for social media, but like I said, I'm really not that kind of guy and I probably need to become that kind of guy. That's probably what's gonna help make the change. Nah, that's what I just heard. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have that's what just spoke to me. So I'm gonna have to get that in order. But anyway, for those of you who reached out, whether it be in the comments, the DMs, my email, asking how I was doing, I am doing fine. Now that I have electricity and I'm not fucking melting every motherfucking night on the sofa, just damn near asking somebody to spit on me just to cool the fuck off. And I'm not even into that kind of shit. But I'm like, listen, lick me, throw water on me, let me take a cold shower or something. Something has to change, in the words of Missy Elliott. So, I dealt with that. We had to sleep in the car and shit. And that fucked up my bike, and I'm not no old man, but that fucked up my bike. I had a crook in that motherfucker. It seemed like I need to go see a chiropractor or a masseuse and let them just mash me the fuck up like a fucking bag of rusted potatoes that's just been skinned, just fucked me up in this little area over here, and then my shoulder blade. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got more sleep in the car than I did in this motherfucking sweat box. And the thing about it is, my bedroom is upstairs, so the heat rises. You know what I'm saying? It was like 98 motherfucking degrees in this bitch, especially upstairs. I couldn't even sleep upstairs. I felt like I was already downstairs feeling like I was, I guess, just cooked all fucking day in the warmer at night as a piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying? I just been cooked already during the day because it was hot than the motherfucker during the daytime. But at night, being upstairs during anytime, I guarantee you, yeah, you understand. But anyway, thank you for everybody that checked on me and sent me all those messages. I'm already 12 minutes in. I just been talking shit. But I said I wasn't going to even rush no more. But with having to post these videos, I better be picking up the motherfucking speakers. When I tell y'all, it takes me forever, 6 days, 4 weeks, and 2 forevers to even get these motherfucking videos posted, which, like I said, I have new equipment, and my old ass been trying to learn how to use it. But I'm getting better. So anyway, let's see. What topics do I have I want to go over with y'all today? Shit. You know what? I don't even be liking these, but I think I see why now the doctor say I need these motherfuckers or the optometrist. Because it brings everything, like, you know what I'm saying? It brings it, for those of you who are particular ages, and I'm trying not to wear these motherfuckers on the tip of my nose because they look like a fucking librarian or somebody's peepaw or some shit. But I don't want to put them all the way on because I don't want the lights to get it. But yeah, for a bitch of a particular age, like, sometimes shit change. So for you young bitches out there, count your days, bitch. Because yes, it's coming. Life is on the way. And I ain't have to wear these motherfuckers, but they say for reading. And I tell y'all, I write my notes down and shit like that because I be drinking and all that other shit. But let me get into the topics. So, damn, where I want to start at? All right, fuck it. Kim Kardashian. So I've been looking around and shit, and they were talking about here recently where Kim Kardashian has admitted that she has been taking salmon sperm injections in her face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guessing, now my whole thing, that's a lot. That's a lot to digest. And then it's been said that Jennifer Aniston has also had this treatment. They say she's been doing this shit long ago. We just now hearing about it. And I'm pretty sure there's no need for us to act like we're shocked. There's a lot of shit that celebrities and rich people do, some rich bitch shit that they can do that we don't. I mean, think about it. You running around, you can't get no sleep. Half the time, if you're still in the prime of your days of building your career, whether it be acting, singing, shit, even porn star shit, because listen, you're going to blow all that shit out come someday. I don't give a fuck how many Kegels, exercises you do. If you a porn star, just understand someday, somehow, yeah, count your days, bitch. Look, but I don't understand why we as the public and the people that look up to celebrities or watch the things that they do or their daily lives, and they do something that is other unnorm to us because we can't afford it most of the time. Because I know even with my good insurance, they ain't nowhere in the world I'm finna go down here to this motherfucking dermatologist and ask her, say, listen here, I want to get them their salmon sperm injections in my face so all of my shit stay lifted. First of all, I really don't need it because, listen, the evidence is clear. You feel me? If you don't get that one, then you just don't get that one. But there's a difference in saying you're able to do some shit or try something like this and having the capability of doing it versus being shocked at the fact that someone is doing it. I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, come on. They've done weirder shit. Much more weirder shit. This is some rich bitch shit. And then two, I don't understand why y'all all out here acting shocked why Kim Kardashian is having a salmon sperm injections in her face. I mean, let's be clear. The kids are proof that she's had them in her. And I'm sure she's had them on her face. So having them injected in her face, I mean, what's the difference? Y'all tripping. And I'm trying to figure out now if this video is in defense of Kim Kardashian or on the other side of the fence over there laughing, chuckling, KeKe, and ha-ha and leg slapping. I don't know yet. But I guess I'll figure that out by the time I get off. Anyway, what the fuck else we got on here? Because that's just a wasteful topic. So there was an interview between Don Lemon and Candice Owens. And for some reason, I still can't understand as to why Don Lemon, other than him wanting conflict, is the only reason I can think of as to why he asked her this question. Somewhere along this interview, I don't know what platform they was doing it on, I really don't give a fuck. Don Lemon was stupid enough to ask Candice Owens her views on same-sex marriages. Now, come on, Don. Unless you was looking for this bitch to... You poked the bear yourself. Because you already knew this bitch... You already knew this girl's views on same-sex marriages. She goes completely by the Bible in her mind. And as in the ways of her life. That's the way she wants us to believe it anyways, right? Dawn, you already knew this lady's views on same-sex marriages. You know that she don't like it. You know that she's this devout Christian that goes around doing one of the things the Bible tells her not to do, is which pretty much gossip and talk about others. Now, I do tell you there is one side of Candice Owens that I do love. Her political views for the most part. I don't think she's a Trump supporter, I believe. But if she is, that just doubles the fact as to why I really don't care for her that much. And I don't understand why he would even ask her this question, knowing that he's going to get this obscene answer, this, Christian beat him with the Bible, Bible thumping answer, and that she was going to, hold up what part of is one of the old black woman's values in, the black community. For some of them, not most of them. I can't even say most of them now. Some of them, the old Christian values of, fuck that, fuck what you say. You still going to hell, bitch. You still a sinful. You still. getting same-sex marriage is a sin, and he asked her about it. What do you think? You a sin? You a sin? Am I a sin because I'm married to a man? She said yes. She just basically said, you know, in so many words, you a sinful bitch. But why was this a surprise? The look on his face during the interview was almost shocking, surprising, but at the same time, it expressed, well, I already knew. But exactly. So again, you must wanted heat. Now I didn't watch the whole interview. I can't tell you I saw the whole thing, and that what his rebuttal was. So I can't tell you that because I didn't see the whole interview. But I watched that point, and I took that as a highlight because at the end of the day, it does boil down to, again, doing an interview with the woman that you know what kind of values that she politically and, Christianly aligned with. Why would you even ask her a question like that? Because you want to smoke. Because you know she think you're a punk. That's kind of really what she wanted to say as a church woman or a political viewer or what the fuck you call it, a commentarist or whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't know what it is. It's still the liquor working on me. But the bottom line is all that shit that she do, you know how she aligns with this shit. So why in the fuck even fuck with this lady about that? She mad too because with her hair pulled back, she look like a dude. And then you gonna remind her of the shit by asking her some stupid ass shit like that? And my thing is, I don't understand why people don't just let people be and just let them live. My life does not lie in your hands. The fate of my soul, if you want to call it, after my demise, does not lie in your hands. You're responsible, especially if I don't solicit your advice. If your advice is not solicited, you need to mind your own damn motherfucking business, bitch. But you actually asked this woman a stupid ass question like this, and thus you got a stupid ass answer. But you wanted to pretend like it was shocking to you. It seems like at some point it was all staged. Like I said, I didn't see the entire interview. I only saw a snippet of it. So that's why I'm reporting on what the fuck I saw. So, I mean, that's just my point of view on it. If you like it, you'll hit the like button. If you don't, fuck it. Slide up to the next video. I don't know what to tell you. But that's just my truth. And that's why I stand on it. I ain't gonna change my mind. So, now, on to the next subject. And like I said, I don't need these motherfucking glasses, but I'm only using them because the optometrist said I should to read shit, because I don't need them to drive or nothing. And I'm gonna stop using these bitches because I'm gonna find another way. But anyway, let's see what else I got on here. KeKe Wyatt. Y'all know y'all recently seen KeKe Wyatt walking around with this unknown man. She been posing with him out to the bar, out to the club, and down to the gas station, and all this different shit here. Basically giving us body signals that this is her new man, and that the divorce that was currently recently pending is now final. She came out and told us, you know, her and Zachariah are no longer together, and that the divorce is final, and that now she is free of the bondage and the abuse. Now listen, KeKe, I love your singing, I love your personality, although it's a little bipolar and a little crazy. You done told us that. But listen up, friend. You done had 3 marriages. Now I can't understand being with one. You know, they might knock you side the head, and that shit ain't cool, and I don't find that funny, so there's no humor in that at all. But you have now exited your 3rd marriage with a guy who seemed to have been on your recent reality show about you and your 11-headed kids, seemed to be kind of, and I don't know if it was just for the camera or what, but he seemed to have been kind of the kind of person that would have compromised with you a lot. And it looked like to me that you had more control of the marriage, which pretty much in the past on any show that you've been in that your marriage has been depicted or shown on camera, it always usually seemed to me that you are always the one in control of the marriage, the direction of the relationship, what the fuck y'all was going to be doing next. And whenever the man decided to stand up and say he wanted to do something other than what you've already given him or decide to offer, you know, all hell breaks loose fast, pretty much on your end. So, I mean, I guess I'm going to sit here and say, there ain't no way in the world that listen, show me some proof, and I had to shut my motherfucking mouth and then take this video down and come back with an apology video. But there is no way in the world that everybody you come across and decide to somehow marry, and then all of a sudden after you marry and have a couple of kids with them and spend a couple of years with them, all of a sudden you come out now talking about the man been whooping your ass, or, you know, some kind of abuse verbally, all this different stuff here. How is it that you not find these things before you marry this man and have another couple of head of children for him? You know what I'm saying? It breathes like you're moving like Jennifer Lopez, but then you're a little bit quicker because you're going to jump in, you're going to get married, you're going to get married and all that shit. Wedding bells is ringing, getting down to the church on time, and then pot out, you got about, you know, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 more, 11, 12 cheering by him. And then all of a sudden, you come out telling us you don't want to fuck with him no more because he's been beating you around and, you know, dragging you by the ankles and shit and by the wigs and all this old different stuff. And let's be honest now, them wigs be expensive when you do wear the right kind. And then I don't understand the men. It's almost like just as toxic as KeKe Wyatt is. The men are just that much more toxic or fucked up, because how in the fuck y'all sit here and watch and see how this woman move? Y'all done seen the shows. Y'all done read the headlines. Y'all don't know where the last merge done went. At the end of the day, there is no way, if I was a heterosexual man, I don't give a fuck if I was in the industry or not. I would have to be broke, busted, and disgusted, and she had to find me sleeping under a fucking bridge in a tent from down there to the Academy Sports Store for me to fuck around and move in with her and marry her that quick, because I know who she is and I'm, you know, her fame and her money, and she gonna at least, if she ain't got a whole bunch of money, she at least gonna get me off money in this motherfucking bridge. I would have to be in that, you know, that vibration. And me still, I'm pretty much, I'm an honorary bitch. I'm not even finna fuck with it like that. I'm prideful. Because I know what the territory comes with, and it just don't make no sense to me. So the men got to be just as fucked up and just as crazy as she is, because there ain't nowhere in the world I would see her in the bar. I don't give a fuck if I was drunk, stupid, blind, crippled-eyed, cross-eyed, bow-legged, pigeon-toed, and stupid walking back duckwards. I don't give a fuck. I just wouldn't fuck with it. And then you honestly keep moving like this, KeKe. You got 11 children. 11. It seemed like to me the same way. I don't know. Maybe KeKe just got some good courtesy. I don't know. Because it seemed like the courtesy is singing the same way she do on stage on the microphone to the men's, and they're just being serenaded into a situation. And maybe she's a siren. I don't know. Maybe they're just oblivious to the fact at some point that she is or does have narcissistic tendencies. We've seen the shit on camera. This is not something I'm making up. If you watched any reality show that she's been on, at some point, she wigs the fuck out. At some point during any scene, during the whole season or whatever the fuck it is she's on, you are rest assured at some point, she gonna end up putting her stupid shoes on. And everybody gonna feel it at some point, even us at home watching. So, I mean, you know, with 11 kids, this man knows she got 11 children. I'm pretty sure even if she hadn't verbally told him, you've seen everything else she's been in. You can easily Google her. 11 children, and none of them are his. The third husband, she had about shit, what, 9, 8 before she met him or some shit like that. Now there's 11. The first husband, there's just more and more added. She just keep spreading the DNA pool and just, you know, just. I can't say what I want to say. Ding-a-ling hopping. Shit. And so at some point, you need to sit your ass down somewhere and at least go to marriage counseling or something, because to say you so Christian or so dying holy, you just keep getting them and quitting them. You may as well date them for a few years, the length of time that you was married to them, and find out who the fuck they really are, and that way we'll actually kind of believe a little bit more. Now, I'm not saying they ain't been knocking her head between the washer and dryer. I'm not saying that it's not happening, but what I'm saying is, there comes a time where we're going to need some proof. We can't keep believing everybody. You keep talking about everybody is, using you as a punching bag and all this verbal lashing, because you do the same shit to them. If that's the case, like I said, from what I've seen on the show alone, you seem to be the one that's verbally abusive a lot. Even with the kids when they don't do what the fuck you want them to do. Now I just got a show to my Donald Trump just had to be escorted off the stage because shots was fired. Y'all surprised? Now I gotta add a story in that I wasn't even planning on putting on. And I just told y'all. See, that's a sign right there. Didn't I just tell y'all a few minutes ago that I wasn't a political man? I didn't want to make my channel about politics and stuff like that, but I told you maybe I had to be at some point in order to help get people understand. Everybody that's not down with that man in that orange wig, and some of y'all black folk out there that's out there with all these posts y'all putting up, I'm not telling you shouldn't believe what you believe in, but what you need to do is understand what's to come if you choose. Like I told y'all before, he's a good businessman. But at the same time, you have to think about, you need somebody that is a good businessman, but also has some empathy and sympathy and does understand what the people want and is willing to listen to what the people want. You can't just feel like, just because I like him and I don't want another black president or Biden or somebody that's doing too much for African Americans, or some shit like that. Because at the end of the day, you can actually look at this shit from a flip side with him being on stage, him having the 34 counts and the convictions and all this other shit, and still down there arguing with Joe Biden about all this other extra shit, telling us about how Joe Biden is sleepy. Well, shit, you sleepy too. I don't understand, and see, that's why I say I ain't want to say that, but I still can't understand why in the fuck are we voting for motherfucking mummies to run us and tell us what the fuck to do and lay down the law. Because part of this shit honestly feels staged. After all he's done, it seems like now at some point he's looking for some kind of sympathy after all he's had to deal with as his, deserved punishment for the things that he's done. He's not just paying for the things that he's done, financially or clearly, not in his character or his demeanor, because most people don't even give a fuck about that. Let's just continue to go on with the thing about making America great again. Have you not seen, again, Project 2025? And thus the others I've spoke of before. Go look this shit up. When he thinks about making America great again and making sure the Mexicans not stop taking black jobs, what is his depiction of a black job? Everybody down there digging ditches, picking some motherfucking cotton, back in there saying the yism, being mammies and all this shit. No, you better take a look at TikTok. Black folk are showing you we've come too far to be considered to my some black folk jobs. We every motherfucking where. So if you want to say black jobs, guess what? It means they taking white jobs, Puerto Rican jobs, Asian jobs, Parisian, all that shit, because every industry that you look at is saturated with different minorities, different ethnicities, and so forth. So it made no sense to even make that statement unless there's a problem with black people on the back of your red-headed, swoop bang ass motherfucking mind. That's just my honest opinion. Like I said, and that wasn't even a story I was even depending on or looking to throw in, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. When they come in, like I said, I'm trying to get to a point that when they come in, so there was a clear example of when I get a hot story off the press, when I'm on here, there it is. What did I skip over or didn't get to? Y'all, I'm trying not to use these glasses. Oh, let's see where I'm at on the camera. Probably need to use them now. Okay, 34. I guess I do need these motherfuckers sometime, huh? Well, I guess I'll keep that, doctor. So one of the things I said I was going to talk about was this ongoing discord and beef between Tasha K and T.S. Madison. Now, let me wet my whistle, because it's a little dry, and I'm going to go ahead and get this over because I done took my blood pressure medicine and I got the piss. So I'm sorry y'all got to hear that, but listen, that life is what it is. Fuck it. So, and I'm not trying to lead the camera, so it is what it is. This impending, as some people would say, beef, discord, or rivalry, or it ain't even rivalry no more. It's straight out outright war. These motherfuckers is coming for each other's mamas again and chilling. What the fuck is going on? The crazy part about this is I don't understand, like, they've been down this road before with each other. They're both very good at what they do. They have a fantastic following. And I know y'all know T.S. Madison tell you she's rich, bitch. And listen, I guess once you done work for Beyonce, bitch, you know, and done some other things. But Tasha K would say the girl got her money from sucking dick and all this other stuff. Now listen, that's neither here nor there. That is none of our business. This lady has told us that, you know, she done some strange things for some change. She'll tell you from back then up until this day. I still can't understand how a lot of the time people cannot look past a lot of shit to get to the bigger picture. Both these bitches got some bad talent. Now, let it be said, they don't need each other. They don't need each other. Their careers are doing just fine independently. They don't need each other, right? We can honestly all agree on that. But the point I'm trying to make, when I first started my channel, one of the things I heard Funky Dineva say was there should be honor amongst thieves or whatever have you. And what he never wanted to do was pretty much come for another YouTuber because it was out of professional courtesy. And that was one of the things that I've always tried to maintain and honor since I've started this channel. Now, let it be said, I think I probably have read a couple of other motherfucking bitches on YouTube, but chances are they were 9 times out of 10 well deserving of it per their actions, them making the headline and being the topic. Which I'm sorry, I can't help that. I'm just here to tell y'all what the fuck went on. I'm not telling y'all, you know, I started it. I'm just saying what the fuck happened. But it just goes to the fact to say that, again, it seems like motherfuckers are so desperate now to rather encourage each other and team up and make, you know, another stream of income or build something, even if it's only guess shit. You know what I'm saying? Show that there's a better relationship or community sense of things over on YouTube, and like Funky said, like have that professional courtesy. Or if y'all can't get there, just leave each other the fuck out of it alone. Now I don't know what the fuck happened, but Tasha was over there, you know, talking about TS. That was the first video I, you know, watched, talking about the botched up shit and the surgery in the face and the silicone gonna hurt coming out and in the ass and all that shit. It's painful, and trying to emulate the woman, pretty much in so many layman's terms, that Bertha trying to say like TS is trying to emulate Miss Mary because her father didn't want her and left her, calling her Timothy. Now, I mean, this bitch went in pushing all the red hot buttons that she knew T.S. Madison would turn around and give her rebuttal. She knew for a fact that if she pushed those particular buttons, that she was going to get a reaction. And that's the part I can't understand. It's like, again, rather than have a sense of community, work harmoniously, and make that paper, you out here poking with another bitch and fucking around with the bullshit, sneaking around their backyard and shit, setting off fireworks, and then running back to your house. And what you don't understand is, again, Tasha, I'm just saying, I'm not digging for you, but bitch, you sitting there saying T.S. Madison, she need to give you some new reads or some shit like that other than going for your kids. Now, I can honestly tell you as being part of the gays that there comes a point that we already done fought enough in our life and we're still fighting to this day just to be who the fuck we feel like being. So for us to still be going through that portion at some point, even if it's in the back of our minds or echoing somewhere in the edges of our minds, the bottom line is we have enough to deal with, just like you have enough to deal with, you know, being, as you say, a natural woman, or dealing with, you know, people wanting to whoop your ass because you keep putting your mouths on them. You're trying to be like Wendy Williams, it seemed like to me, but you forget that people wanted to whoop Wendy's ass. And that's why Wendy over there sitting up now in that sober house. That's part of why, in my opinion, why Wendy's over there sitting up in that motherfucking sober house, because she probably done pissed off the wrong motherfucking person. Like her ex-husband, i.e., you know what I'm saying? Because she making sure she don't pay that money. It could be, that's a possibility. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I'm not saying that's the truth. But there's a lot you can be dealing with, as we don't know that your man ain't around there fucking on menses. Because, I mean, listen, that seems to be a thing nowadays. I'm just reporting it. I'm just telling you what I think. You know, you're critiquing TS on, you know, her body altercations and you know, her ultimates and things like this, her rearrangements. But is it because you're not maybe at this point able to afford your rearrangements, or you just, you know, want to keep singing Whitney Houston's I'm Every Woman? Because according to TS, you ain't no mother. Now, that wasn't no shade from me. Of all things, y'all, my cup was green. I done packed up all the other shit, and I got a green cup. That's why that bitch look like I'm drinking out of a ghost cup. But it's not fair to be out here and pulling out people's insecurities, especially when you're supposed to, again, try to offer some professional courtesy. I mean, the fresh reads that TS could have given you is like, of course, out of makeup. Tasha K, out of makeup, girl, you look like a raccoon. I ain't gonna lie, bitch. When your cameras and stuff be on, without your makeup and shit on, you look like a raccoon that just got caught in the backyard, bitch, stealing. TS could have said that as a new read. It's a minor blow from the gays. That's a minor blow. This all didn't have to happen, according to what I saw. I don't know who started this shit. Let's see. Dr. Ruth and Richard Simmons died today. I mean, Richard Simmons been around for a long time. All the exercise and still, I guess, don't get you to be that old, because I don't know how old he was when he died, but R.I.P. Russell, and what that woman name was, I said, who? Oh, Ruth. Somebody, Dr. Ruth. I ain't talking about the candy bar. Yeah, no, not that one. Not Babe Ruth. Dr. Ruth. But they both done went and died. Food around there and died. So rest in peace, Dr. Ruth and Richard Simmons. Now what was I talking about? Oh, them two motherfuckers. So TS and Tasha K. Getting back to that story, because I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute. Like I told y'all, like y'all pastor always said, ain't going to be before y'all very long. But before you know it, you done ran into lunch and part of supper and the motherfucking football game. But anyway, there's a lot of things that T.S. Madison could have said as a new read. So that's why I sit there and say it's like, don't fuck with the gays. There's a whole lot that any one of us could say as a read. That's why I say maybe I should just have just a read battle, bitch, or a boxing show or something when y'all go in there and box that shit out and let it go. But according to Tasha K, it'll be a man against a woman. See? Y'all do too much. Y'all do too much. And TS, I was going to get on here and just say TS Madison shouldn't have come for that lady's kids. But again, like I started off telling y'all, at the end of the day, a lot of the time, some of us have, like my grandma used to say, a mouth with no latch. Especially bitches where I'm from. A lot of us, you know, in the gay community, you fuck with us. At some point, some of us will give you grace. You know, we'll give you a little room. Just enough rope to hang your motherfucking self, because what we're trying to do is see if that read or that shade you just gave us, bitch, was worth us going the extra mile to make sure to read your ass and destroy you, bitch. Because most of us ain't gonna wait to go back and forth. Most of like TS, most ain't gonna wait to go back and forth. It's like we got it down packed for at the ready, bitch. It's like once you come for one of us, it's basically your mama is on the table. Your dead grandma is on, especially from Louisiana. I don't give a fuck. They to my Florida. That's why we had so many fights over there in Louisiana, because motherfuckers talk about each other mama all the fucking time. Talk about that shit about put a leaf or a chip on their shoulder and see who gonna knock it out and get their ass whooped. Fuck around the gay community and just say some shit, and that's even before the ass whooping. That's just before the ass whooping, because most of the people, I think that they forget that a motherfucker is really man first and gay second unless they went all the way. And they've told you different. But the bottom line is stay in your lane, stop starting shit. Let everybody, like I said before, when it came to Don Lemon and Candice Owens' old ostrich hair wearing looking ass. Sometimes you just got to stay in your lane and leave people the fuck alone and let them live their motherfucking life. Because that's when a lot of shit gets started. When you mind your business and do like the gospel song say, and sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. They talk about the gays, about the trans, and all this different stuff, and all the non-binaries and the bisexuals and different things. That's none of your business. If you don't want to bisexualize with that person, just leave it alone. If you want to lesbianize with that person, let it alone. If you don't want to gayalize, as y'all might call it, fagalize, leave it, because there are people that call themselves fags that are punks. It's their business. If you don't want to be, you know, non-binaryized, mind your motherfucking business. It costs nothing to mind your own. And even if you decide to report on something, you can do that within the confines of being respectful and still be funny. Or still put the story out there. If it's somebody that you actually know and, you know, trying to have, make sure you keep some kind of respect for. But Tasha K is one of those, she just don't respect anybody. And she always has something to say about gay people. You know? And the whole thing about it is, like she said, that hair she always wears, she look like a little bald-headed, flat-chested boy in the first place. Again, maybe she's mad because she can't go get her body altered and at least go get a mommy makeover. But she claims that she keeps it that way in order to show that she's an all-natural woman. Okay, I understand that. That's your lane. Drive that bitch. Stay in that bitch. Leave the gays the fuck alone. The ones that think they women's or feel like they're a woman. I ain't gonna say think they women, feel like they women, and I'm saying in the aspects of fuck whatever. I don't give a fuck. You need to just mind your business, bitch. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, why you always have a bang going across your forehead? Is that motherfucker big enough to show a movie? Is that why you're hiding it? Is that motherfucker produced by AMC? Is that why you're always hiding your forehead under there? Swoosh, bang. Why you always look like you had 6 months of no sleep without your makeup? How come half your stories most of the time just be you shooting shit out your motherfucking ass and blowing smoke up ours? I've learned that. And you always want to rely and talk about your husband. Your husband, bad, your pleading and crying and begging and whining is what got you pretty much out of the lawsuit with Cardi B. You probably had to do everything but go down over there and be bisexual and eat her coochie. Excuse me. Because, bitch, had KeKe Wyatt been bisexual, bitch, and she'd have made that coochie sing to you, bitch, and scream like to you like she doing her men's, bitch, you'd be over there laid up in her bed. That ain't to say you probably ain't laid up in some woman's bed already and did something else other than lay in your pajamas, bitch, and watch movies and eat popcorn and eat ice cream Sundays. That's to be sitting there saying, y'all have a problem with certain people because you have an insecurity. I don't give a fuck what that may be. That's across the board. That can be down from the handicapped to the gay to the heterosexual community. Nobody should have a problem with each other. Y'all have the wrong issues. Y'all have issues with the wrong people. You dipping in the wrong business. You done talked about that girl's mama several times, and y'all agreed y'all weren't gonna do this shit no more. So is it for the publicity or what? Because neither one of y'all really need that kind of publicity. It's really not good. Well, I can't say it's not good for your brand because people just love juicy gossip. Ain't that what Steve Urkel told us over there on the Family Matter thing? It don't even much matter, bitch, because people just love juicy gossip. And that's the whole thing. It's like, listen, all money ain't good money. Sometimes you really have to, I think at all times, honestly, even though it may make your career move a little bit slower, it may not get you to that platform or to that status that you so seek quicker than what you want. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is, I found a lot of the time, if you just keep some kind of integrity, because they tell me if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So if you understand that keeping some kind of integrity in everything that you do, at some point, when it pays off, bitch, it's really going to pay off. And I mean, TS, a girl got her money. Now, Tasha, I think you already told us you broke. So, you know, you trying to pay for the children's school and shit instead of sending them to public school, because you probably feel like somebody going to send their children to the schoolhouse to whoop your kids' motherfucking ass. But according to TS and Jaguar Wright or whatever, your kids over there in Africa, over there wrestling with elephants and monkey shit. And my whole thing is, bitch, I don't believe you still posted a picture of where your children is at. Because they ain't with you. Like, I would understand more, even being the business mogul that you so seek to be, and that your mediocrity has you at right now, at this present moment, you know, in your point of fame, air quotations. I still would think there's some point that with all this shade being thrown at you about your children, and with Jaguar Wright reading you down like a motherfucking, like a scripture bitch on a Sunday morning, doing prayer meeting, because that's when they're really supposed to get started. I would have thought by now, I would have seen a video of you with your kids down to the water park for the summertime or something, down there for the Easter Sunday, doing homework together, you know, putting a puzzle together, bitch, making s'mores or something, bitch. I still ain't seen your kids, and I don't know if you're just keeping them out of the public eye because, again, you're scared that somebody else gonna send their kid to mop yours and up. I don't know, but it's still it does not confirm. Well, it does confirm what we've heard, so to speak, until we see otherwise. What Jaguar Wright was telling us, that your kids are over there in Africa with your husband, people, Nunjamyo, or whatever his name, I don't know what the fuck his name is, over there with the people, with the monkeys playing with shit, you know, and stuff like that, and eating red clay dirt. Now, I don't think that's how they really live in Africa, but that is what was reported by Jaguar Wright. And again, I would think by now, with your height of fame, that you at least post a picture, Happy Mother's Day to me, the best children in the world, with your hub. You just don't do any of that stuff. So at the end of the day, it feels like there's a part of you that's insecure about who the fuck you are, because you still walk around there looking like, you know, a tube of toothpaste that's half used, but yet you still decide to speak on other people. That is why you get the heat that you get. And I guess that's supposed to, they say you're not famous until you're hated or some shit like that. So I guess you just want people to hate you and all this different shit here. I can't tell you that I hate you, because you ain't came for me, but you came for the community. And I'm just saying to you and TS Big Titty Ass, that both of y'all bitches need to cut out this bullshit, be better than this, and get better, back down from that. But I guess those are the two biggest things that is in the climate of the social people today, which is, homosexualities and things like that, and lesbianisms and stuff like that. And then y'all be worried about the church and all this different stuff here. Y'all ain't looking at how the fuck y'all gonna be living in the next couple of years. You're not looking at what it's gonna look like because of maybe your political views, or make sure that you actually get out and vote for a motherfucking change. Because all y'all know black folk, and I'm talking to y'all now, because the other people, they go out there and vote most of the time. I don't give a fuck if they live in a trailer. And shout out to y'all live in a trailer. Ain't no shade. I don't give a fuck if they live in the woods, if they're a nomad. Most of them, well, nomads probably don't give a fuck. But you need to get your ass out and vote. They gonna fool around. Y'all gonna fuck around it. Okay. I'm gonna hit y'all. I'm gonna hit the red button. They gonna fuck around and take them food stamps. Yo, yeah. They working on taking the motherfucking yams. And the Section 7, all that shit. Section 8, they're trying to get rid of all that shit. They're trying to reallocate money from public schools that they're giving out now, the little taste that they're giving, and reallocate that money somewhere else, pretty much to the Senate or the governor of that state. I'm thinking the governor of that state, and let that governor decide where he wants that money to be allocated to. And one of the things on the list is reallocating some of that money to private schools, not to public schools. And then most of those are the ones that actually are willing to teach the education or the theology of what they're going to call the Trump era or the Project 2025 or whatever have you. But get your ass out and vote. Y'all over here hooping and hollering about who still got titties on top and dick at the bottom and all that shit, and talking about your booty hole brown and your coochie pink and all that different shit there. And it's just a lot going on between the peoples. But I think both of y'all bitches, TS to the Madison and Tasha K, y'all need to get somewhere and make up and try to figure out how y'all can get somewhere and make some money together and cut the bullshit. Because, bitch, times is now getting easier. And for those of you who think you got money and all this different shit here, all right. Go ahead. Because there's going to be a time where every knee shall bow. I don't know how to take that, but I tell you what, look, being poor, already to my poor, black and ugly, all this other shit here, not me. Now, if you want to identify with that part, then that's yourself. Because I'm none of those. Right? I know I'm not none of them, so I know fucking well y'all better not be. If you watching this channel, you can't be. If you are a real follower of this channel, you can't be. So that means you need to take your ass over there now to prove that fact and hit that subscribe button to make sure, again, that when I upload these videos or go live, you can be one of the first ones to see it, like it, comment, and share it with your cousins, your nephews, your nieces, your auntie, even the ones that save shit. They all right, because they be lying. They watch this kind of stuff when they're in the bed at night with their new cell phone the children done gave them. They laying that kind of watching all kind of salacious shit. They're probably watching, they might, if you put a Twitter, they probably got Twitter. And they probably watching all kind of nasty, nasty bullshit. Especially their husband died or something. And vice versa for them husbands. Them people, old people, is nasty. They still like to get their free corn too. Share that shit with their old ass. They want to lay in the bed and laugh at something shit. But these are the things that were on my mind. And I decided to get on and share them with you all because, again, I know I'm behind and I'm almost 60 minutes in. But, again, last but not least, I love you guys. Oh, excuse me. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything that you do, being who you are, supporting me, the comment section. Thanks for sending those emails, checking on me, the DMs. I am so grateful. That made me feel so extra loved to hear from all my cousins. So those of you who checked on me, at some point, listen, I kept a list, and I plan on sending out a gift as soon as I get to the studio. I plan on sending the gift out to certain people. I mean, shit, I was having conversations back and forth for like, shit, damn near 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Like, how's it going over there? How's the weather? How are you doing? Like a daily thing, like people checking in. And I cannot tell you guys how good it felt to feel that that outpour of love. I really appreciate you guys, and I thank you for everything that you do. Again, like in the beginning, I tell you, I feel like I ask so much of you guys, but some reason y'all just don't mind. Y'all come back and double down, quadruple down with that thing sevenfold, with love, support, compassion, and I just want to thank you guys for it. So at the end of the day, so since I can tell you I love you, you damn sure better be loving on your motherfucking self and love on others who love you in the way you love them, and show it. Because again, we ain't giving shit away for free. We ain't doing no laying up. All right, cousins. I love you guys. To the next video. Peace.